Ladies and gents, I can't help myself, so we're just gonna go ahead and, that was terrible. I need a sharper knife. I should just get a box cutter, shouldn't I? We're just gonna open up some more Terastal Best. Our last case was really good. Yielded a lot of repeats, but the market value for the cards that I pulled out of that, about half of the case in it itself were either Eevees or Evolutions, including the Espeon, Sylveon, and Glaceon, and a few Flareons. So we're going to open up 2 more boxes right here and see what we can get out of this. This is case number 2. So let's see if the pulls can be a little bit different. Obviously didn't get the Umbreon out of the last case that we opened. Would love to see that here. Would love to see a God Pack, different trainers, different Pokeballs, and so on. These were purchased from 2 different individual sellers. So hopefully they were, in terms of distribution of these cases, hopefully they were either printed in different locations on different days, and that hopefully the hits in this are different from the last case that we opened. Not sure how they do it, obviously. Oh. Okay. That is one hell of a start. Oh my goodness. Wow. Jesus. Okay. That's a good start. We did not get, let's do a close up and a rotation of this, of how gorgeous this is. Wow, you know what? I said that the Leafeon was my favorite. However, I haven't pulled it yet. The Leafeon was my favorite, then the Glaceon, and maybe the Sylveon. But seeing this in a video, seeing this online and in pictures does not do this card justice of how absolutely and mind-blowingly gorgeous this is. Wow. Wow. Hot take, and this is really flat, so much better quality control than the last case I opened. Hot take, this Umbreon is better looking than the Moonbreon. Hot take. I'm just gonna go out on a whim here, and I'm gonna say that the Sunbreon is gonna be far more expensive, much more desirable than the Moonbreon. Maybe not early on, but definitely later on. We get a Moonlit Hill here. I needed that actually. So we are seeing new Pokeballs now. We're seeing new SARs. Oh my goodness. I am just gonna rip through this entire case really quickly now, aren't I? Holy crap. So that pays for well over 1/3 of the case right there. So I am really stoked to see that. I know that buying a case can be a gamble. Just buying any box in general is a gamble, but I know buying a case is less of a gamble than just buying random boxes, because there's less manipulation that can occur in terms of buying an entire case. Yes, it's expensive, but typically, and especially out of how desirable these evolutions will be in the long term, it's just a pretty nonsensical investment, especially if you're completing the Masters. If you weren't completing the Master set, I'd say buy a few boxes, just enjoy opening them, but I'm completing the Master set, so obviously I'm going to buy the case and just open as many packs as I possibly can, see what I can get, and hopefully I don't have to buy the more expensive hits in this set. We got nice Grookey being all happy, not as happy as I am right now, and we get the Jolteon. Those EXs, can't say it enough, are gorgeous in and of themselves. So wow, okay, let's go. Get a Grookey there. I'm not even going to ever try to cover up that moon. See? I was going to say Moonbreon, but Sunbreon. The Sunbreon is now the new kid on the block. All right. Would be, oh, Maximum Belt. No, nice. Would be really cool if we can see a trainer. If we get a trainer SAR, or if we get like an Umbreon Pokeball and or Master Ball out of this, that would be like a mini God box. I did watch, it was yesterday, Neon Cactus opened a mini God box, which had an Umbreon Master Ball in it, which is probably the most expensive card in the set. More so than that boy right there. And you might ask yourself, why is that the case? Is because you are guaranteed an SCR in every box. Not guaranteed an Umbreon, of course, but you're guaranteed an SCR in every box. Goes without saying. You're not guaranteed an Umbreon. However, you're not guaranteed a Master Ball in every box. It's usually one in every 3 boxes. I pulled, okay, Janine. Hey, awesome. I needed her. I am not disappointed about that whatsoever. We have plenty of more boxes to open. One more pack left to go in this. You are not guaranteed that Master Ball, and that's why it's so much more expensive than the, well, not much more expensive. It's like $340, and the SVR is like $300 currently, $280. But yeah, it's just going to be extraordinarily difficult to pull the Master Ball Umbreon, just because just pulling the Master Balls in and themselves out of these boxes is just a difficult task in itself, especially if you're buying random boxes. I think I got 9 out of the case. I pulled in my last video, I pulled 4, I think. We have Bramble Guest. Yeah, no, 3. Pulled 3 out of 6 boxes. And I had only pulled 4 prior, so I got 7. We're gonna leave that bad boy right there. What am I getting rid of these for? I'm just gonna leave them right there. I'm sorry about that. I'm thinking that I'm opening up like 6 boxes like I did in the prior video. I'm just gonna keep everything on the board right there and kind of just overlap. Keep the Sunbreon in the middle there so you can kind of just inspect that while I open up the rest of these packs. So I got about 7, maybe 8 out of 20 boxes. So that is about, yeah, that's about 1 in 3 boxes. Okay, we got the Kingdra. I actually have, okay. We got the Wellspring Ogerpon SAR. It's funny because now, after pulling that Umbreon, I see that this Wellspring Ogerpon has a lot of bend to it. It's bending like the cards that I had opened up prior in the other case. So that makes me think that they took extra care to store these more appropriately because they knew that they would be more desirable than just the Ogerpons. And if that was the case, that would actually be pretty funny. All right, so we got the Kingdra. I actually have the Kingdra Pokeball and Master Ball. So, ooh, geez, the light. Okay, we'll put that right there. All right, so we have a Pokeball. We have a Wellspring Ogerpon out of this. So hopefully in the rest of this, we'll be able to get a Master Ball. We'll be able to get a Trainer SAR. If we get a Trainer SAR, this will be a really good video. This will be a really, really, really good 2 boxes. Such a good set to open. Imagine if we got a God pack out of this, because I've seen plenty of people open up boxes since we opened up that Wellspring Ogerpon so early on. I've seen Poltergeist, nice. Fairly playable. There we go, cool. It essentially is like a Rabsca, but for only itself on the bench. You can't deal any damage or put any counters on this Poltergeist on the bench. So, get the 2 Pokeballs and the Wellspring Ogerpon. Out of that, gotta get an Ace-Pack, 1 more Pokeball out of this, and hopefully a Trainer SCR and SR. I've seen plenty of openings where people have opened up their SAR Pokemon and still have gotten a God Pack out of the box. So it's not out of the realm of possibility of being able to do that. And since I had pulled the Wellspring Ogerpon so early on here, I could definitely see that being the case with this box, because typically the SARs, from my experience at least, are after like the first 4 packs. It's usually in the middle of the box or the end of the box. All right. I don't know if that was just like the case with the print run in the prior case that I was opening, but that's kind of what how I had experienced it, and maybe that's why people are thinking that this is relatively mappable, which it may be. Our Prime Catcher for our ace back in this box, and we get the beautiful Jolteon EX right there. Buddy Buddy Poffin in the back as our regular playable hit. And we'll put that Prime Catcher down there. Prime Catcher, probably the best ace spec, in my opinion, right now. In English print, it's like anywhere between $20 to $30. Yes! We get a Master Ball in this. We get the Cottony Master Ball. Nice! So happy to see that. Very, very nice. Always appreciate seeing the Master Ball with the gold dingo on the back right there. Wow, these, I mean, it's silly. It's like the Master Ball is just a different Pokeball reverse hollow pattern. Just that, like, these are so gorgeous in themselves. And I'm happy to see the Pokeball and Master Ball reverse hollows be a thing in this set, because I feel like all of these, like, regular arts in these cards, like, look how freaking awesome this is for this Chien Pao. This really off-center Chien Pao, jeez. These regular arts are just so gorgeous in themselves, and I feel like they just all get overshadowed by just like your regular big hits and your art rares and this and that. At the very least, we can all sit here and appreciate beautiful arts like this and look at them in a very nice texturized pattern in the Pokemon and Master Ball versions of these cards. Like this in the Pokeball version, I've already pulled it, looks absolutely phenomenal. Like the ripples in the water are textured. It's ridiculous how incredibly gorgeous they are. And I'm really happy that they got that treatment, because then we're not just looking for like baby shinies, we're not just looking for art raiders, we're not just looking for SCRs and full art trainers. We're looking for regular cards with gorgeous arts on them with texturized patterns, which I find to be really nice, because it gives these artists that create these arts more recognition. Because whoa! Oh my god! What an opening! What an opening! Wow! We get the hyper rare in this ultra rare as our Pikachu. That's the second one I got. That is so cool. And typically these are like one in every case. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Not much bend to that. Probably because they figured it was going to be very desirable. Wow. 2 of the Pikachus. Let's go. What an opening. Holy. Wow, that is nice. That is beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Don't have much more to say about this opening. We got our Master Ball, we get our Ultra Rare, we get our very beautiful SAR, Evolution, and Umbreon. The Wellspring Ogerpon, it's just... Alright, we'll do another one very shortly. I'll see you guys later.